5 years ago, I found my passion when I picked up my first camera, and today my life is completely different. For the last 12 months, I showed up every single day, and without any break, I planned, scripted, shot and edited 27 videos for this YouTube channel. I became addicted. I learned new techniques, I optimized my skills, I built daily routines and developed a workflow which made all of that even possible. Yes, I faced a lot of failure and there were uncountable moments where I felt overwhelmed. But guess what? It really paid off. I received a request for my first big video project. According to these new circumstances of moving one step further towards my dream of becoming a professional filmmaker, I had to set myself higher scales. And for the last 3 months, I developed a master plan. With this plan, I combined all the essential components to successfully approach this year and to finally fulfill my dream. Before we dive into my 3-step strategy to win this year, I will share my story and give you a quick overview of how my last year looked like. So my girlfriend and I were waiting for our plane to Mexico. I finally had the chance to prove all my skills and implement everything I've learned as a filmmaker over the last years. And to make it even more interesting, all of that in a foreign country with a completely different culture. And let me be honest, this vacation had it all. We saw shows from traditional Mayan people. We swam in an underground cave in complete darkness. We saw a real sombrero band. We saw one of the 7 world wonders. We ate delicious tacos. We also had fun in an adventure park where we rushed through a jungle on a zipline. We drove a buggy through a muddy environment. We visited beach clubs and ate fresh coconuts. Even the hotels were completely different to everything we have seen before. Wow, what an experience! Together we shared an adventure that we will never forget, and the memories that we took away from this trip are undescribable. This was also the place where I spent a lot of time thinking about my future as a professional filmmaker, and there I decided to start taking things really serious. And so I went all in and built this YouTube channel with a new and dedicated point of view. More months passed and we found ourselves in Mallorca, one of the most beautiful islands with the most epic sunrises we saw in our whole life. I became better and better at my craft and I was really seeing a huge progress with my skills of telling a story. After exploring 8 different countries, shooting unique places, seeing new cultures and building our own life-lasting memories, my dream of becoming a filmmaker started to arise more and more. And this is the first time where I'm confident enough to say that this might really work out in the future. So here's my plan for 2024, a year which is destined to fulfill my dream. For every minute spent organizing, an hour is earned. Since my to-do list always grows bigger and bigger, there's no room for mess anymore. I have to find a balance between these video projects, a full-time job, a girlfriend, family, friends and also my own YouTube channel. Obviously, this is impossible without some sort of organization. I built a daily routine to stay productive throughout the entire day. I wrote down important dates, deadlines and time slots for diverse projects and all kinds of preparations that have to be done throughout this year. To always keep my whole range of creativity, I always clean up my space and I also complete all tasks in my household as soon as they come up. By doing that, I'm able to work with a clear mind and to stay focused without any kind of distraction. Everything I plan is happening within Notion, which became my all-in-one workspace. All my projects, ideas, thoughts and to-dos are sorted there, and I always have access to rewrite and review these from anywhere at any time. All my tasks that need to be done are sorted and marked with different priorities. If they are important and have to be done instantly, I mark them red. If there is a task which isn't bound on time, I put on a green mark. Within every project or task, I describe exactly how everything is planned. Believe me, this was the most time-consuming part over the last months, but never before I felt so well prepared. For the whole year, I will improve and optimize this list on a daily basis. This will be my guideline to lean on and to always have a proper and structured overview. Of course, there were many times where I felt stuck or overwhelmed and didn't know how to get specific things done. I was constantly searching for different excuses, and too often I left everything behind and found myself laying around with my smartphone pretending to do something important. It wasn't lack of motivation. I have always been the guy who gave a 110% when I felt passionate about something. But with time it became clear that one crucial skill was missing. We are talking about time management. Humans are very impatient. We often tend to rush things and we always reach for fast results. In our hectic and stressful world, this is a disadvantage which a lot of people have to deal with. Obviously, we think that if we do multiple things at the same time, we can get more things done. Instead of rushing something, it makes sense to take a step back and slow everything down. Take yourself enough time to plan how you want to approach a specific task. Having a plan, having an overview, having everything structured is the foundation of everything. Over the last months, I tried a ton of things to improve my productivity, and what I found out, it's sometimes better to split your day into 2 working blocks where you strictly focus on your work without any kind of distraction. In my free time, this would be the time right after I'm waking up, because this is the time of the day where I have the most power and where I often get the best ideas. If I see a decrease in concentration or productivity, I take a break. It doesn't make sense to force yourself to finish something if you or your brain aren't working anymore. This would be the time to go shopping, to watch movies, to clean my home, anything that clears my mind or offers some instant dopamine or positive feedback. When I feel motivated again, I go for a second round, where I move on with my projects. Of course, every one of us has different needs and different ways to approach something. This is what works for me, and maybe it works different for others. Find out what works best for you, and feel free to always fine-tune and adjust your actions according to your needs. Without organization, there can't be a proper plan, and without a plan, you can't take action. I believe if you're consistent enough to stick to a well-thought plan, then there's no other way than to succeed, right? Theory is one thing, but after that comes practice. To become better and more efficient at your craft, you always have to show up and be greedy to improve yourself on a daily basis. In my example, I wrote down topics and skills that could be improved. I have set myself a goal to shoot and edit videos every day, to fly my drone as often as possible, to dive in deeper into advanced techniques in editing and filmmaking, and to overall keep a steady progress and collect as much experience as I can. Since I will take part on a few video projects, I want to share all the insights and all the thoughts which will flow into these projects. Since the video projects I mentioned are also paid, I have to open up an official business. And furthermore, I have to collect information about taxes, different regulations, specific rules, and the overall workflow with clients and customers here in Austria. This is something I have never done before, and maybe this is the reason why it all feels so damn serious right now. But hey, I'm hyped. I'm looking forward to take the next step in my life. Another thing with a high priority on my list is building an online portfolio, where I can share all my creative work and build a reference for potential future clients. Let me know in the comments if you already have some experience or tips where I can lean on. Since I just reached the 1000 subscriber mark in December, I also have to step up my YouTube game. Even if I always tried to provide pure value in a short amount of time, I'm not quite happy yet. This year, I will set even more focus on pure quality, and I have set myself a goal to reach 5,000 subscribers at the end of 2024. And now it's all on you if I can achieve that. Since I had to struggle with a ton of things as an upcoming filmmaker, I feel really honored that I can now share all my knowledge and experience and talk about all the struggles and failures I have faced in the past, and talk about all the things I wish I had known earlier myself. With that being said, thank you for watching this video, and I hope every one of you out there will succeed in 2024. Have a nice day, bye.